Gotti, hard body, Gotti's world, we some mob bosses. Tune in, don't just come across it. We do it all, y'all just for the talking. Might lose your mind when you hear these topics, no cap, think about it. Who you know going this hard, all real, all way, think about it. Best interviews, who is this? We don't do all this, that entrepreneurship. Coming late, join the viewership. Education, relationships, businesses, view the clips. This the Midwest takeover, going overtime to invent on focus. Bringing guests in from all over, whole lot of game, we don't need a closer. Gotti, hard body, Gotti's world, we some mob bosses. Turn them L's to lessons, we don't do the losses. Dedication daily, ain't no other options. Booking up these slots on every show we plotting. Pull up a chair, make sure you watching. Subscribe, get them notifications popping. Pull up all the champagne, we gon' get it poppin'.
Yeah, what's going on, y'all? This your boy Gotti on the Gotti's World Show. Today is another special day, not only because we woke up this morning and we was able to do it, what we love to do, but the guest that I got here today, this brother here has had a humongous success, not only in his career, but actually he has influenced me in so many ways. And I'm gonna tell y'all what happened to me, how he gratefully humbled me in my own right when I was, you know what I'm saying, getting up, getting there, doing what I was doing. And I started my hosting thing, and he humbled me so damn heavy. But I understood it, and now I'm so grateful that he's here. I'm so grateful that I got him. I got him right here in the studio, y'all. I got him right here. Y'all don't even understand, man. My brother, my good brother, Tone Kapone.
What's up? I can't wait to hear this humble story.
So that's how you want to kick it up?
Yeah, I can't
okay,
wait
say
to
less.
hear that. I can't wait to hear that.
Okay, so this is in 2020.
Okay.
I damn near was getting the show started. Mm-hmm. I was moving. I was building up a name for myself as far as with hosting, MCing in the clubs and things like that.
Yeah.
Bruh, I said, man, I'm feeling myself. Everybody knowing my name now. Everybody knowing Gotti now. Okay, cool. Tone, I need you on the show, bruh. I need you on the show. Can you come on, man? It's getting big. I'm one of the hottest hosts out here. This brother said, keep grinding away, fam. It's a marathon. You do not have to tell people you the hottest host. Be humble. Let the work speak for itself. I get it. Be proud of your talent and skill. And never let people dim your light. Keep working hard. May God bless your journey.
That's definitely a Tone component.
When I tell you, bruh, I said, damn. I said, but you know what? That's it for me. Take all this hot shit down on the I had it on my bio.
Yeah.
Hottest host in Chicago.
Yeah.
Took all that shit down.
Yeah.
Nope. Let me go ahead and put in this work.
Yeah.
I've been putting in work since then, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm here with you now.
Yeah.
That was January 5th of 2020.
I'm glad I could help.
You feel me? Early in the game. You feel me? Bruh, man, everything about you, everything about what you contribute to this game, this industry, this radio industry, unmatched.
Appreciate that.
I am a blend of you, Big Boy, and Charlamagne the God. I'm a blend of that. Right. I take a little bit from all you guys.
Yeah.
And when it manifested into all this.
Yeah.
I done had a lot of people sitting across here, got a lot of gyms and things like that, and I gotta get your story, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta get your story.
Well, let me give you your flowers. That to me, that's a sign of someone that wants to be great, right? If you hear I'm an athlete first off.
Yeah.
And you pick people you like and you take pieces of their game.
Yes.
So, and if you hear anybody in broadcast and anybody that does anything great, there's always people that you kind of look like, all right, I like that, I like this, I like that. And I did the same thing. You know what I mean? I did the same thing. Mine is Doug Banks. Mine is a Big Boy.
Legends.
Big Boy. It's Colin Cowherd, the sports host. It's a little bit of Dan Patrick in there. It's some Tom Joyner,
Yes.
but I would say the overall the meat of what I am, as far as personality wise, comes from Doug Banks.
Yeah.
God rest his soul.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's anybody watching and anybody listening. You got to take a little bit from other people and find people that you really connect to and study them. There's nothing wrong with studying them, and then you add your stuff in there, and you make a great product.
Man, bro. Your story. I don't know. I've studied you, but I just don't know the background and everything like that. I know the bio and everything, press kit, whatever. But I want to know the actual man behind the mic. You know what I mean? So how we start this thing off first? My first question: how do you center yourself in the morning when you get up before you go out here in this crazy world and you go to your job and do what you do? How do you center yourself to say, all right, let me do it?
A lot of that happens in the shower. I pray in the shower. I pray a lot in the shower. It's really no quiet time, which I need to learn to take quiet time. It's definitely praying in the shower. Then it's me, things that I saw, things that I social media, things I've heard. I'm in my shower. I'm in the morning. I'm working out breaks. I'm working breaks out.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
You're talking to yourself.
Yeah, I'm talking to myself. I'm working bits out, completely working bits out. Nah, that's weak. Let me do this. That's it. So a lot of the time, mornings for me, before everything gets started, is me just working through stuff.
Dope. Where you grew up?
Actually out here. Provincetown. I was, a little bit of the hundreds. Mom pulled the hustle, living in the hundreds, school in the suburbs. But a lot, I would just say the meat of my of where I come is actually Provincetown, right here.
As a kid, what did it look like through your eyes growing up, like in your household?
For me, it's single parent household, like most people. Dad in and out of the life. All that stuff been taken care of. We all cool now, but just a lot living with grandma, living with mom, living with your aunt, and for me, I always tell people is that, I saw how they were living. Like I saw my mom, I saw how and not that they were living bad, but I was like, yo, I got to figure out a way not to be struggling for my bills, not to be doing this. So that was always a thing for me, is to try to take what they gave me and try to take it up.
When did you and this is a personal question for me. When did you find your voice? Because with me it's backwards. Mine was backwards. Like I said, I started hosting in the clubs. So unfortunately, I found my voice and was able to get my groove at Club O. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And on that mic, it's like, hey, it's your boy Gotti. When I heard that, I said, oh shit. And then everything started slowing down. They brought the original host back in, and I said, man, I gotta make a pivot. I gotta do something. Like I gotta move around. I ended up going to Illinois Media School and was, doing my thing there. And next thing you know, something clicked and said, you know what? I listen to podcasts all day. Let me make one. Let me make my own.
Yeah.
And I just start going and going. So when was that moment where you found yours?
Well, it's interesting because it's such a long journey. In a sense, like for me, I wanted to play sports forever. Like I tell everybody, it's so funny. Like it's just like people I grew up with, I didn't, we all could play sports. So we just get up, go hoop, go play football, go do that, whatever we doing. And then it was just like, of course you realize that's not going to be a thing. So then I started trying to figure out a hustle. Like, how am I going? All right, okay, cool. So all right, I know I'm not pro guy. I'm not the pro guy. But I'm looking at TV. I'm not knowing nothing. I'm looking at TV. I'm like, okay, well, the ex-athletes that are in there, maybe I could just get myself good enough to get on one of these teams and then become a sportscaster. Not thinking like, yo, I could have just took journalism in school, broadcast journalism. But I'm thinking the athlete way. I'm still
TV, radio, or something like that.
Right,
Right.
Right. I'm still trying to connect it in a sense. And it just, a lot of my journey has to do with God. Like,
yes, sir.
I get on a train. I transferred back from Alabama A&M trying to play sports. Went to SIU. Was there for like 2 years, and I really had no focus. And I was doing marketing, And I remember getting on the train and I'm talking to this lady because she was attractive too. So I'm talking to her, but I was too young for her. But she's like, yo, if you're trying to get an internship, you could get, my old intern runs the promotion company at a station called 106 Jams. She was like, yo, here's my card. Send me your resume and I'll send it to her. Do that. She sends it to me. Fast forward, I'm working there in promotions in a radio station. I ain't never been in any radio station, so it's all new to me. Yeah. I remember coming in telling who's really one of my mentors, Jay Allen, who's the program director at Power 92, actually gave me my shot.
Shout out.
And he basically was like, yeah, I remember coming in, it's so funny. I come in, I'm like, man, I just got whatever tape. He was like, man, you ain't never gonna have to buy music again. I was like, what? He's like, no, you in radio, bro. We don't buy music. They give it to us. I'm like, whoa. He was like, concerts too. So it's so crazy. Like I'm thrust in this world that I used to just hear. Yeah. Now I'm seeing. Yeah. And I'm still doing promotions, hosting. So I'm just like kind of like hosting the activations, right? The promo hits. I'm being when it wasn't a personality, I'm the personality. So hey, y'all, come over here, just engaging. He had been watching me that whole. You never know who's watching you.
You never know who's watching.
And he had been watching me, and he was just like, "Yo, don't go back to school. Why don't you just stay here and I'll teach you radio if that's what you want to do?" I was like, "Man, look." In my mind, I could figure the college stuff out. I already transferred 2 or 3 times already. College gonna be there. This opportunity, do it. He teaches me radio. I go in the studio. Shout out to like now his name's Reggie Brown, but he was jamming Dave back then. It was called 106 Jams, one of 3 hip hop stations across the country. So that was the first all hip hop and R&B station in Chicago. WGCI was not considered a hip hop station at that time. Yeah. They played hip hop, but more R&B. Yeah, but this was like Ghetto Boy Radio. We playing hip hop
when Ramonski Love them was, what I'm saying?
Like completely. Yeah. All on it, right? So I get on there, do that, man, and just really caught the bug. And yeah, you start hosting clubs, and the funny thing about it is I'll get to that a little later, but about the street fame and how that could curb a lot of people. I'll talk about that, but yeah, that was it really. Once I got aka my voice, the bug. I'm like seeing stuff I had never seen. Like, I seen Jay-Z's first concert. I seen Shaq and Biggie perform together. Like, you know what I mean? Like, wow. It's been, I was at Little Kim's album release party, her first ever. Like, I just, all these real cool moments that have happened throughout the career just really kind of like locked me into like, this is what I want to do.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Even with just jumping into that. How did your family, your mom and everything feel when you said, I ain't gonna do this, but I got this going on? Cause my mother, she didn't understand none of this shit that I started.
Nah. She
was just like, I brung home my first, what was that? My first commercial of me recording myself doing it was something in Illinois Media School, and shout out to them. Said my first commercial, ran it down, sounded like a white boy. I put on my whole voice. Yeah, this is Gotti. And she was like, that's nice, but okay. That's good. Right. You my baby. Okay, I support it.
Right.
It wasn't until she started me actually seeing people. Seeing Ramonski Love. Seeing Leon come here and me joking around and actually doing. She was like, oh, you okay, that's my baby.
Yeah.
She didn't understand. She get it now, but right. Back then she didn't understand. So how was that far as with your family and making that transition? And what did they think of it?
Oh, they didn't understand the hell of that. They was like, come on, they come on working ass people. Like, they like radio. Like, you really good with computers and you really smart with marketing. And, Ford be hiring and like, like you could get a real good job at Ford. What about being a post office?
Man, I was the post office.
What the sales?
Yes.
Like, so these are Midwest mentalities that you cannot blame your family for, because that's what it was. Like, that back then, getting a job at Ford and working 25 years and having a pension and having these things, that was considered the upper echelon of the black community outside of doctors and lawyers. Those a few that we were smart enough to get to that situation. Not saying we're dumb people, but it's very few human beings that are smart enough to just be lawyers or doctors in that field. So she didn't understand it. I remember my grandma still was saying like, you sure you don't want to get forward? Like, you sure you could like go get a college degree, be a manager? And I'm just like, yo.
They just want you to be okay.
Okay. And that's where the space came from. For me, I in my mind, and no shade to anybody that does anything. But at that time, in my 20s, I'm feeling like I could get this radio thing a good swing. Like a swing at it. Like, I give myself, that's what I always do. I give myself 3-4 years, see what happens. If I'm not doing nothing, if nothing's really moving for me, then maybe I need to pivot or figure something else out. Yeah. And I figured working at Ford would be there. I figured getting a regular 9-to-5 would be there. This is an opportunity that not many people get, and let me give it a shot.
When I tell you, far as with radio, it was the goal. It was the goal, and to be honest, I wouldn't mind it because I still love the aspect of radio and doing it and being on every day. You know what I mean? But I just said, okay, I can't get there now. So let me figure it out. Let me master this podcast space, and let me build this up. And eventually, if it's in the cards, they'll find me. They'll see me, and it'll be it'll be a connection to where it's like, hey, well, look, we might want you over here, brother. Come on up over here. So, I'm
gonna stop you. I'm gonna give you a gem right here.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give you a gem. Nobody's going to look for the greatest talent in the world, really, in a sense. There's so many people that can play basketball. There's so many people that can do broadcasting. There's so many people. You had it like what you're doing. You're creating an opportunity. But when in creating that opportunity, you're also building a resume. You're also building. You're getting reps on the court. But you're also like you coming with a package, right? There were times like even when I was in college, when I went back to school after the radio station, the first radio station situation ended, I went back to college. I was still keeping in contact with people. And back then it was way harder because you had to actually go to Kinko's, create this package, air check, all of this stuff, pack it up, and then mail it, and then hope that when somebody you call them, hey, I sent the package to such and such. Did they get a chance to look at it? I don't know. I call back a week later, hey, I sent the package to... So I always, because closed mouths don't get fed. Yeah. I'm always like that. I'm always like, yo, if radio's a goal, hey.
Oh, I was on Johnny Ass. Don't get it twisted. No. I know the program. Yeah. I got to know the program director. Who's who.
Johnny and Jay Allen and Johnny D are two very important people. Bam, Barbara McDowell over there too. Kelly Gano. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of people, and you should really be saying, hey, guys, I did this cool interview. Take a look at this. Hey, I got this going. Just always reaching out and having them just share links and just like at this point, have a look, because you never know. Radio's always moving, and you just don't know where, if somebody looks and says, they may have had a day where they were listening to something, and then they heard you, and they were like, oh, I remember. I got something for him.
Or either like, man, let me go see what his Instagram is. And then they look in the DMs like, damn, he been DMing me for forever. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I've been on Johnny Ass. He ain't seen it. I check it weekly. I check it. Even I forgot his name, but over there at Kiss FM, just throwing it in there. Hey, yeah. Y'all need him here. Here you go. You know what I mean? I'm definitely on it, but it's just like I never want people to think that I'm stopping. But wherever they catch me, it's like, okay, well, he's working. I see he had this person on his. That's why I keep my page flooded.
There you go.
I keep my page flooded with people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Next thing, we said something about the hood fame, the street fame. Actual personal question: did you ever get caught up in these bright lights?
Oh yeah,
in
the
industry?
For sure. This is bro. Nobody knew you before you started. You was famous in front of a couple hundred to 300 to 400, 500 people. Nobody knew you outside of your neighborhood. So now you got people vibing with you weekly, looking forward to that energy that you're giving. And like when you come in like a star. Hey, the security letting you right in. You know what I mean?
The access is completely different.
It's different. Like you ain't waiting in no line. Oh, hey, come on. Hey, like so in this space, you the man.
Yeah.
You the man. And you start really feeling that way. And I've told many a hostess, I've told many people this, is that, yo, I get it. Trust me when I tell you I get it, bro. I know, like, and I'm not saying, and I always try to tell people, like, well, man, I was popular before I came in here. I get it, but you ain't this popular.
But you ain't this.
You ain't this popular. Yeah. This is another popular.
I saw it.
It's another popular, it's another feeling. You know, I mean, the ladies, the feeling, like, well, people really honestly can't wait for you to get on the microphone. You almost feel like an artist. So it is street fame in that. But that don't get caught up. I remember I told my boss, Jay Allen at that time, we was at Power, me and Shag, we got clubs rocking. We on the weekends, we ain't doing nothing but 60-10, what was doing, 9 to 49, something like that. We was doing whatever. And we rocking, man. We need to be on every day, Jay, man. We need to be on, dog. Like, I'm telling you.
Did you see what we did here?
Like, man, we was in the club. We had to host a concert. They was going crazy.
It's crazy.
He was like, man, they would have did that for anybody, bro. They would have did that for anybody. He was like, outside of that few hundred people, he was like, don't nobody know you. He was like, people know Doug Banks. People know this person, but ain't nobody know you. He was like, when you able to go out in an area that you ain't from and somebody stop you, that's when you know you hit it. Excuse me. That's when you know you hit that space. And that's when you know, like, that's when you really know the work you putting in. You know what I mean? Like, and I always kept that in my mind. Yeah, I was always appreciative of the love that I got in the club. Always. You know what I mean? And I think that really helped me and Shag in a sense of, because you can't buy that type of love. And when people are saying, hey, man, they listening to you in the club, then they come back to your podcast and they watch your podcast and they loving that, and they going and they sharing it and they talking about you. Like, this is before social media, so I know they talking about us like, hey, man, them dudes, I'm going to check them out on the radio. Oh, them the guys from such and such. And it kind of works in this circular situation, but it's still a slow grind. And he always told me it's all about, even for you right now, it's all about what's going to come out of this microphone, what people watching, what they seeing.
Yep.
That's the most important stuff, because that's what's going to build the stuff legitimately, and it's going to last the longest. And it took a while for even me. I always would be like, I would keep it in my mind. I'd be like, yeah, this, that, and the other. I'm doing good, but I could go to Naperville and nobody know the hell who I am.
Facts.
I could go to, I could go here, then I walk in the Bulls game, don't nobody know who I am. I'm just dude. And then I was like, and then I remember one time I was in Waukegan. I was in Waukegan, all places, coming back from someplace, and it's just like a woman looked at me, she like a double check. She was like, hey, you the dude from, and I was like, oh. And I started noticing like I would go to the Bulls game. Now it's people saying stuff, it's people this, but all of that stuff came from the grind of the radio. It came from the grind. And wasn't nobody like from the club, from Secrets back then. Or,
you talking about language now.
Right.
Okay, hold on. Because we can go into that if you want to, you know what I'm saying, with Fuzzy and all. You know, I was there. I was looking from up there because I'm like, damn, that's really where it's at.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I seen myself like, damn, I want to do that stuff. Fuzzy, he on his head doing handstand shit like that, Ferris up there. And I said, you know what? And now, taking back, it was like, damn, I'm there. I'm here. I'm on stage with this mic and wow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Full circle. Shit been coming full circle for me, bro.
Yeah.
Full circle for me. And also, even with on a hosting side, let me take this back. Let me go back. Do you feel like it's a passion or a purpose that you're doing this?
Ooh, it is definitely, I've seen it as a purpose in that way. It used to be like, it was a passion. I always loved music, always. I like making people laugh. That's really one of my favorite things to do, to make people laugh and entertain them. And then after a while, I started, after you get a couple, hey man, like even what you saying, I'm grateful for you saying that, like, yo, that, hey man, I inspired you, you know what I mean? And then I had yesterday, another brother tell me he's doing his internet radio thing. He like, yo, Tone, you inspire me, bro. Like, for real. I've heard it so many times. So it definitely was my purpose to do this, man. God was like, yo, this is what you need to be doing.
I call myself, even not only with me, with my wife and things like that, but over these past 3 years, bro, I grew up. Mm-hmm. This shit helped me grow up, even with family, friends, and things like that, because it got fuzzy for me for a minute, because I didn't know who was there for the love and who was there for the access. Mm-hmm. It got real blurry, bro, because that attention, it was there, and it started getting there, and now I'm hearing from people I ain't here since high school. Hey, yo, I need to come check you out, bro. Just let me know I can meet you, or just, hey, I'm gonna be at the door, and it's just like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't talk to you. What's up?
Right.
You know what I mean? Have you been through that? Like, have you came to that point to where you was like, man, I gotta cut some people off? Or how many people have you lost along the journey?
I lost a couple people from the journey, but it just comes with it, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, shout out to my fraternity, men and Kappa Alpha Psi. Shout out to Gamma Up Noops.
Shout out.
You know what I mean? Like, they know me. A lot of the Noops know me. There's some friends that I got still here over in Provincetown that know me. Mm-hmm. But all my friends now, I mean, they my friends, but I understand it. You know what I mean? I understand what it is. You know what I mean? I in hopes that it would be something, but sometimes it's not. And am I ever surprised? Kind of sometimes the things very bad, but that I think for anybody that's in any type of public light or up right then, they just the friend thing is a always one of those really slippery slopes to navigate.
Mm-hmm. Another similarity that we do have, another inspiration I would say we do have, is Kenny Burns.
Yeah,
I love Kenny Burns.
Bro. Yeah,
let me tell you how. I'm just giving you my story. Just,
come on,
you know what I'm saying? The first time I put up there, man, it's my inspiration. Ooh, I love what he said. I reposted some stuff, tagged him in, and it said, man, this is the guy. This is my guy. Like, y'all don't know him. Or certain people that I put up there, they be like, man, who's dude? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, no, if y'all really dig into him and understand what he contributed, y'all would understand what is this hosting shit really come from. And that's why I'm like, he said something on shout out to Earn Your Leisure too. Man, I jump, I roll over, whatever I gotta do to make people have that experience. It's an experience when I'm hosting. So whatever you going through that night, you remember when he came, oh, I gotta go back because that day was rocking. So I took that. I put that up there, man. I put a repost up there and I kept doing it. Bro, that nigga hit me back and said, appreciate you, King. Say too many words. I said, oh, he saw me. Man, and I said, man, then when I saw him, you take a picture with him, I said, oh, shit. And you said, man, this is one of my inspirations, too. I said, there you go.
Yeah.
He touched people. So if you don't mind me asking, what is he really like in real life?
Look, Kenny's the same thing you see. Kenny's a genuine dude, man. Me and Kenny met through some people, and I remember first thing I asked him, is like, I remember it was like, people like, you're getting too old to be in the club, Tone. You hosting the club and this, that, and the other, and this, that, and the other. And I was like, man, has that ever happened to you? He was like, man, it's your job, bro. He was like, and if they don't understand it, they just not gonna understand it. He was like, this is a job. This is an art form. Like, hosting is an art form. Like, and that,
Facts.
I just actually had to tell somebody that in Arizona that was hosting, and I was like, bro, the music's the star. You help everybody else out with it. And I had to try to explain to him, there is a right way to host. It's not like you can't just get up and do what you want to do. But yeah, I talked to Kenny a lot about stuff, man. He's a very inspirational dude, very real dude. That's really, I mean, it's really, I mean, what you see is what you get. Um, he's one of the better people I've ever run into in the business for sure.
Dope. Was it any pressure with you coming from a duo with Shag and then going dolo? Was it ever like some pressure, like, oh shit, here you go, this might be my, you know what I'm saying? This is my shot to have longevity because y'all was doing it, but then whatever happened, and then next thing we know, it was you.
Yeah, well, you know, it was always me and him at the duo. We had always planned to be the best morning show ever. I'd be the best afternoon show. We'd always planned because we had seen Styles and Roman do afternoons together. So we were like, you know what I mean? So we had the like people like, did something happen with y'all? Like, no, nothing happened. Like it was just like at one point there was it's a non-compete thing. So sometimes we had Sam Silk who wasn't able to work. Sam Silk wasn't because he couldn't work in the market before they hired him.
Yeah.
Hey, Tone fill in till for the next couple months till Sam his non-compete's up.
We figure it out. Yeah.
No, it's not. He'll be able to. He always hired, but he just can't work.
Gotcha.
But they already know he's going.
Gotcha. I understand.
That's what it is, right? So I go do it. The ratings look great. I go do it. I'm just rocking out Hot Boy Radio, blah blah blah, doing what I do. Really, it ain't even really. It's really kind of cookie cutter in a sense because I'm used to going blah 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 blah, and then Shag do the other side. So I'm like, now I'm learning to figure out how to close the breaks up. Because I'm used to opening, da, 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 and I'm like, oh, I still got more left to do to get it to close up. So it was tough. And I was just like, okay, in my mind, I was like, yo, we going back. I'm going back. And I did. Sam worked, did his thing. And then after a couple years, they were just like, you know, it's radio. They were like, yo, Tone, we want to try you out solo. You did good by yourself. And I was like, what about Shag? And they were just like, nah, he gonna do nights, you gonna do afternoons. That's it. That's how it's gonna work. I mean, when I just said that's how it's gonna work, and you like, okay, all right, and you know that's a tough conversation to have.
Yeah.
With your boy you've been doing radio with for years.
Yeah.
Doing the first sitcom ever we ever, you know, Parkers. This is my guy. This is my dude. So we figured it out. You know, Hot Boy Radio worked out, rocked out. At that point, I started doing really well. Some other opportunities came. Team Hennessy came. Dish Nation came. So I started grabbing these opportunities that was raising my profile. And in that aspect, that's when iHeart came. Now that's another conversation to have. Like, yo, bro, I'm in the bounce, dog. Like, I gotta go. This GCI, this iHeart. I mean, I didn't. You know, the biggest thing is like the people of power were people that believed in me from the get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the opportunity that I had, they didn't want me to pass up. Even the owner over there didn't want me to pass it up. So they were like, we giving you a blessing, but still it kind of made me feel weird about leaving Shag. But I was like, yo, before I left, I was like, yo, he got to take afternoons. Like, I mean, y'all can't do that. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all, you know, let's we got to do that. They're like, and I think that probably meant something to them. Like, yo, you going to go against your boy in the afternoons? You going to go, like, to me, it wasn't even about that. It was just, he deserved, I felt, afternoons at that time.
Yeah.
He deserved it. He deserved his shot at it. And, you know, when I went to GCI, you know, I wasn't even thinking about beating Shag or beating anybody. I just wanted to be the best in the market.
Doing you. Yeah.
I wanted to be the best. I wanted people to really like listen to me and really get a chance, because you know Power has their broadcasting challenges. So I wanted everybody to hear me.
Yeah. Across
the whole city. So
that's one of my biggest things as well. Is that's what I always said. I want to be one of the voices. I ain't gonna say the best, because it's everybody wants to do that, but I say I want to be one of the main voices, into where whoever is who, they have to come sit down and talk to me. I'm gonna be a staple, you know what I'm saying, in the city. Now, then I was like, all right, then when the city, then I'm like, damn, nah, it's getting a little bigger. Let me take over the world. Let me get my voice out here to the world. Let me figure it out. And I just been that's the grind right now. That's the goal right now.
You should
hit the city and try to get popping here and, you know what I'm saying, network and really understand and get these people to see, oh, that's my little homie guy. That's Gotti, man. He good. And get opportunities and make things happen. That's why it's just like, man, God he been making waves, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
he been making so many waves.
You should, bro. Like, I mean, like we, $1 million of a game. They got the Joe Budden podcast, Rory and Maul. You got Lip Service. You had, all these different podcasts. And no shade to anybody. What I'm about to say next is that we do need a big podcast here. We do need a big podcast where people got to come sit down.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that should be you. Why can't it be you?
That's all. And I say that all the time.
Yeah.
Why not me?
Yeah.
Why? So keep putting in the work, keep networking, keep tapping in with the who's and things like that, and then just work.
Yeah.
That's it. And I'm telling you, bro, I took that message to heart. I took that message to heart, bro. Work. Just put in work. And that's what, even with people now, it's so funny that people that's starting or just starting out, like, man, bro, you the GOAT. I'm like, who you talking to? Me? Well, shit, okay. Because I've been doing it for so long. And even when, even here, like I still rent it out and things like that before or whatever. But it's to the point that I was like, put gas in my car or pay for this interview that I need that'll help me. Hey, babe, could you help me or go half for me on this interview? It's a big interview for me. And it happened, and it's just like, boom, that money came right back. So I'm like, the money ain't the chase. It's the work and the resume. And once they see you with all this goddamn work that you done did, they'll be like, all right, cool. It's an easy win. It's an easy win. And that's when I hear people say, oh yeah, I looked at your page. So you doing good. I gotta go do it. And I'm like, that's all that fucking work you put in, bro.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's all that fucking work you put in.
Yeah, I mean, I did it. I was like, yo. So let me see. Katie, got Leon.
You saw that? Yeah. He said, easy sell.
I said, all right, let me go in there, man. I said, I'm a little crazy not doing this interview. Let me go ahead. I'm like, yo, I got to do this podcast, bro. I ain't going to be the one to tell them no, and then everybody be like, man, Tony, you ain't done the podcast. No, bro.
And even it's crazy because I had I found out that everybody's connected and close in some way. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I done had Dex here. Dex Millions, shout out to him, man. I done had like I said, Katie, L Hitter, and they did it, you know what I'm saying? And just having different DJs here. Mm-hmm. I got Vito coming next week. Yeah. And it's just like everybody tapped in. And then if they would say, man, I just did this podcast, I'm going there next week. Or he got me. And it's just like everything just clicked, bro. Yeah. It clicked. And it be blowing me sometimes, bro.
No, man, keep working. Gotta keep working, bro.
It blow me sometimes. But another thing I wanted to ask you, as far as with I ain't gonna dig into it, but relationships. How do you hold relationships? Even though yours kind of went, you know what I'm saying, you had a public relationship and, you know what I'm saying, you was talked about all the way over the world. I'm married. So I can't even imagine how a split or anything like that. I don't even know how I would handle it. So even just relationship and keeping your business private, how do you kind of do that?
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, and I always crack up about the Phaedra situation. That's the least famous woman I dated. And that's a fact. That's a fact. that is a fact, but fact.
I'm just saying that's what, so you know what I'm saying? Right, no, you know what I mean?
It's so funny to me. Like, it'd be funny to me. If Phaedra, shout out to her. She's a beautiful woman. Shout out. She's super cool. But it was always like with that situation, everybody would be like, yo, you know, she did this, and she definitely like she turned me up because it went public. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I had never had a public relationship with any other women that I had dated that highly profiled. Like, so my thing is like, it ain't even nothing like when you in this, bro, you in it. You gonna interact with certain people and those relationships just happen. You know what I mean? And it's people's choices to take them public. I just say, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, a young man, like back then, secrets and all that. I was out here, wow. Like I told him, I knew what it was like to be me, and nobody knew who I was. And now I got people knowing who I was. I'm hosting the club, and there's 5, 6 chicks waiting for me out there. I'm like, what? I might tell those 5 no, but then what about the one that was by the bar and was like, that was super cool, and we laughing and kicking it? Now I did not. It's a tough thing. That one, I have no clue. I prefer eating, and I've had women leave me alone over it. I prefer it to be quiet because not for no sneaky stuff, because you're not ready for that. You're not ready for that heat that's gonna come with that. You're not gonna ready for that heat because you're gonna have old chicks saying stuff to you. You're gonna have people constantly just telling you stuff. It's a weird space relationships are, and being in the public light. And as you notice, like I follow the Denzel and LL Cool J mind of it. You don't see their wives doing nothing.
Yeah.
And even my boss, I keep calling him my boss, he's not my boss anymore, but my mentor, Jay Allen, man, like I remember he told me, like, man, you ain't bringing like, I know you want to show your girl all the cool stuff you doing, but you at work, dog. You at work, and I look at him like, yeah, he like, she don't need to be backstage, and you don't want her backstage because
it's some vultures back there.
Savages back there. He was like, but then you at work, he said, you might see her talking to some dude. It might not be nothing. And it throw you off your square. It throw you off.
You skip some or you miss something that you was supposed to say.
Yeah, and it's the thing. Like, even if you're in the club, bro, like you're in the club, that's a vibe. That's a performance. You performing. So now you see something that throw you off your energy, and now it's hard to grab that back. People don't understand what we do is really a performance. Every time, anytime we are up and anytime we in front of a microphone, we in front of a crowd, it's a performance. I might not be Usher, I might not be Chris Brown, but when I'm up and I'm hosting, it's a performance. I was just there Inglewood Fest, and it's a performance. It's literally a performance. I'm tired.
Yeah,
I was on
sweating.
I
was there. I was in the same boat yesterday, sweating, running around, doing what I got to do, hollering, getting people involved. Yes. Yeah,
it's a show. So I don't think having your significant other around all the time is the best thing. For me, just the way I work, I just feel like, I can't come in your work. I can't come to your job and sit next to you and watch you do what you do. Like if you working, you computer science, or you an engineer, or you working in somewhere, I can't come and just sit and watch you do what you do and be like, hey, I'm here. Like, it ain't gonna happen like that. It ain't gonna happen. They boss gonna look at you, ain't gonna perform. And because of what we do is seemingly inclusive, but that personal life has to be set aside.
Business. Can I ask you about your business, the business ventures that you're doing with Hennessy and things like that, bro? How did that even occur or opportunity? Because like I said, inspiration, I see that. I said, damn, brand ambassador. Like I'm doing like clothing lines and things like that. It's funny to the point to where I start getting free shit. Yeah. I'm in the pocket of getting free shit now. So all that shit it's new to me, and it's like, okay, cool, I rock it. You know what I mean? And then just doing little business deals and things like that, little small business deals, it's like wins for me. So I know even grabbing Hennessy, it's just like,
yeah. Yeah, Hennessy for me was a big thing for me because it was like I had been drinking it since I was legally able to drink it, you know what I mean? So, that was, Nas rapping about it. Nas is one of my favorite rappers, that was all about, it was right entrenched in our culture. So I'm like, yo, to even be working for him is like, cool. First time I ever went overseas is because Hennessy took me overseas. I've been over like 5 times because of them. You know what I mean? Like, so it's a blessing. Like, they've done amazing things. But again, like I always refer back because Jay Allen was super instrumental in the man that I've become. He's like a big brother to me. Also, the way I handle my business and do my bride. And he said it's very simple, really. It's the work that you do. So this, like without this, Nobody giving you nothing free.
Facts.
If you're not putting in the good work and putting in that work, you hosting your podcast, all of that, all of the free stuff, the brand ambassador stuff, the other opportunities comes off of this.
Yeah.
So that was it. And I always thought about that, like, and the more I paid attention, I was like, yo, I would see other people. I was like, yo, it's because they nice on the radio. They cold.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Or they doing their thing in the club. So really, Hennessy came in and they like, yo, we got this dude who's doing really well on really well known in Chicago from the radio side of things.
Marketing, promotion.
Now, I've been in the club hosting for years.
Marketing, promotion.
So now they like, oh, so this dude, like, so he, as far as the radio, we got this media and we want the night covered. He got them both. Let's rock with him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And there were other candidates that were very well qualified for it, but just because I had both of those in my hand at a high level, they were like, okay, let's rock with it and see how it works. And I just had to show them how it worked. And, you know, I mean, it's anything. Like I said, it all comes off of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just really all comes off of this work, this here.
Even they say Chicago is kind of like a in a way stingy city. I see it just a little bit, even in nightlife sometimes, but a lot of people don't want to give you them opportunities. A lot of DJs don't even like MCs or hosts because they like, fuck it, I can do it myself. But a lot of other ones, they don't talk. They all about the craft. So you do need somebody to fill in them pockets. I have been solely getting my opportunities from God and also just extra work, like you said, extra little things that's been coming up. And I'm just like, how do I even get my foot into other things as far as with the city and things like that? And even with the one I did yesterday, the low key kickback, shout out to them, Chicago Garfield Park. Even that was just like, damn, I'm learning by myself. I didn't have no mentor. I don't have a mentor. I have people that I, talk to here and there, and they give me little gems like you've been giving me. And it's just like, shit, all right, I got to send over my W-9. Cool, got that. Got to send over an invoice. Okay, cool, got that. I'm learning all this shit off the cuff just by opportunities. And when I don't have it, I rush and go get it. But how do you even get opportunities in the city when it's kind of, ain't nobody really giving out, you know what I'm saying, opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, like,
or do you feel like you got to go somewhere else to prosper?
That's a tough one because going somewhere else has helped a lot of people, and that's just a fact.
Okay.
Chicago is like any other major city in a sense that you got these gatekeepers. You got people like me and Ferris and all of this, and we stuck. We hear when we hear, and it's a way to. And I remember trying to figure out how to maneuver around all of the other ones like they had it, and it just eventually became my time. That's a way. But it's really no one ever given the opportunities. People get the opportunities again, like I said, to the successful people. You know what I mean? Like, or they buddies or things of that.
Yeah.
Like, I've been lucky. I'm a Kappa, so a lot of times, my boys they didn't graduate with one of my fraternity brothers. He running UICs, such and such, and he like, yo, I need you to come speak to the kids. Oh, cool. I get a check from that. Oh, okay. There's this person that's a principal of this school. Oh, there goes a check for that. And that's why I said, like, even if you go to Illinois school, media school,
Mm-hmm.
That's why I always tell people, like, well, college is it. I like, well, college is a networking opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, and it just is. And you can't underestimate what it means to network. Yeah. So while you at these events, hey, shaking hands, kissing babies, how you doing? Hey, you guys need me for something next year? You hear something? I'm here. Here, don't hit me up on Instagram, text me, whatever.
And I ain't too cool to say or hey, I'm always here. Y'all can always get in touch with me. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm open.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Yeah.
So, and shout out, dope. Another one of your comrades is real. Kiki, man, she holding it down out there for the Illinois Media School. I see her, you know what I'm saying, on the sponsor side. She's doing that, so that's dope. That's very dope. I gotta go back, man. The Parkers. I gotta do it, man.
No, don't worry.
How was that look, man?
That was one of the best things that ever happened to me in my life. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I tell this story
Being
all
on
the time.
set, all that. Tell me, bro.
I tell people this story all the time. So we met this person again. He's like, I can manage you guys. Like, you know what I mean? I know a lot of people. We like, oh, all right, cool. We looking for something. At this time, we only on air 4 to 9 on Sundays. So but we popping. Shout out to the twins. Shout out to everybody. Like, man, they were like putting us in front of these big crowds to host. Like they really helped put us on, because at first it was really just Ferris, like really for real. And we're like, now we hosting a party. Like, I want them to host. So now we out front in front of a lot of different things. And so this guy comes in like, yo, hey man, I want y'all to, you know, come to LA, man. Look, I'm gonna take y'all and do these meetings and see if I can get something popping for y'all. Took us, did some meetings. We went, met Serafini, and she liked us. She was like, Countess was about to come back. And we're like, they took us in the writing room, like, hey, could you guys figure something out for these guys? And whatever. It's like, yeah, we might be able to do something. Bro, like 3 weeks later, we get a call like, hey, y'all gonna do the Parkers and play some radio personalities. And we like, oh, word? Damn, that's really cool. So in our mind, we gonna walk on set and be like, hey, Miss Parker, hey, you know, or be in a radio station, hey, you know, people see us. We was on TV for 3 seconds. So we happy about it. And man, I remember this is back when you get faxes. Shag goes up to go get the fax. Like, they faxing the script over. We like, all right, cool. Shag go upstairs, he grabs stuff with the fax. He said, boy, he came back to the studio. He like, dog. Man, boy, we all do this, boy.
We got lines, baby.
I was like, what?
We got lines.
What you mean? He said, look. I'm looking like, yo, we all, and it was just we go to LA, man. It was one of the best things ever. Like, and just being on the set, the table read, talking to Monique, everybody was super cool. I'm talking like amazingly cool. We did a show. And the funny thing was about it is that when we did it, that was like, they were like their final season. So we knock it out, everybody kicking in. We do it in front of the live studio audience, people laughing. We cried, like, it was crazy, right? Crazy experience. We did it in front of the studio audience. Like, that was real. Right. So at the end, like, one of the dudes from the network come over. He's like, hey, man, look, I want to tell you something. I said, what? He said, I want to tell you guys. He, like, grabs me and Shag. Like, he's, like, in the middle of us. We looking at him like, what? He like, man, we wouldn't get canceled. We would have kept you guys. We guys would keep coming back on the show. You guys fit the cast. I was like, oh.
Win. Big win.
I like, it was a win, but it was also like, oh. But then, and then later they gave me that check, and then I told them at that time, that was the biggest check I'd ever got in my life. I moved out my grandma's house, furnished my whole crib. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. So the Parkers was an amazing opportunity. The fact that people still see it and still send me an Instagram about it. Yeah. Yeah, it was very cool, man. Very cool.
Netflix, baby.
Yeah.
Netflix, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do it still? Is it still surprising to you that you have this contact list that you can just hit? You can hit people. You build relationships with these stars. People wish that they had, or people wish that they can touch or call, and you got a relationship with them. Do it still bug you out? Like, man, I call Neo. I can call whoever. You know what I mean? And they'll pick up the phone for me, and we'll have a conversation about a couple of things after y'all done did the interview y'all actually built. You know what I mean? Does it still bug you out?
Yeah, it does. It does. And sometimes, like, me and Nas cool is crazy. In my life, is like the craziest thing I've ever, like, he was like, hey, Tone, what's up, bro?
Son, where'd you find this?
What's up, bro? I'm like, all right. Yeah, that's cool. Like, like, all right. So now him and like I think even I just talked to him like a couple days ago that like, you know, me and we got cool so many years ago. They used to do this event, the Tate Brothers weekend, and that all of the Tate Brothers, I'm super cool with them to this day. Like Lorenz comes to town here, hit me, hey, tell him where we at, bro. Where we at? And
Lorenz Tate, that's what that means. Lorenz Tate, if y'all, he threw that salad in there. Hey, hitter, did you not hear that? Did you see that? Hey, Lorenz said, you know what I mean? That's first name basis shit. We know him as Lorenz Tate. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, keep stuck.
Nah, but it's a lot, man. You know, it's a lot. You know, Common. It's just that I could go. I'm not gonna sit and name all of the people, but it's. It comes with, it's the perks of the business in that sense. And a lot of times you make real connections, you know what I mean? Like I said, like they are around people that they know sometimes they're trying to interview them and make this moment. Yeah. Like they trying to make this moment. Yeah. And like, yo, hey, like, and when they can feel a genuine person saying, hey man, like, you know, and the way you ask the questions, the way you position it, they understand like, yo, that's a part of your job, and then it just becomes like, so they got an album coming out every year. They coming in the studio every year, so you start building that type of rapport. Mm-hmm. Or maybe it's a interview, then it's a concert, then y'all at the club, and it's just a, you know what I mean? Like it's one of them, you know. I always tell people like it's, and just touch on how I ask the question. Let's say people won't want to sit in the studio sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. And I get that. But I asked Rick Ross the toughest question of the world. When that CEO came out stuff, I had to ask him that. And I was like, bro, you know I got to ask you. And he's like, I get it. Mm-hmm. Cool. And he answered. I answered straightforward, gave me a straight answer. So a lot of times when I see people get upset about question answering,
beat behind the bush and shit like that,
I don't like that.
I get it. And that's why I touch, like I said, with you, I do remember that. And also, even with Charlamagne and things like that, asking them tough questions or asking them things, it's like, that's not far-fetched, bro. He's doing his job. Now, right. It's on, even when people be like, oh, come on here, artists and things like that. Hey, man, could you send me some questions? I ain't got none, bro. I'm just ask you whatever flow or how it flow. I got a few little basic things, but other than that, like, whatever you say, I'm going to jump off that. But, oh, man, we can't talk about this. Well, I'm going to ask you. It's on you if you want to answer it or not. Because I could keep moving.
Right.
But, you know what I mean? But I've got to ask the question, bro. I'm not afraid to ask anything.
Right.
And you got to be fearless with that.
Right.
You know what I mean? People be beating behind the bush and shit like that. And I'm just like, that's not radio, bro. You have to ask. Yeah. Especially if the shit is obvious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because people, I feel like I got a responsibility with that because my audience would be like, well, damn, you ain't asked them that?
Right. That's it.
You ain't asked them that? Like, that you... I feel like, because you hear it in the street too. Bro, you could have asked them that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Why you ain't asked them? I feel like I failed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. I liked it. I appreciated how you asked the question about Phaedra. That's why I told you, like, on some real stuff. Like, I at the end of the day, I'm a real one. People that know me, like, I'm a real one. I ain't, like, it was so funny when all that stuff was coming out, and I was just like, yo, like, y'all don't know, like, yo, I really, like, I might be broke, I might not be able to do nothing, but I ain't never had no problems with no women, never. I never had no problems doing that.
Facts? Big facts? I'm not going, bro, I didn't see you in the city.
I ain't never had that.
I didn't see you. Matter of fact, it was another one. It was another one. I saw you at, shout out to the boy Zach Book, man. Shout out, he had his comedy show and things like that. And my man OJ Lamont was there as well. I was coming to see him, and I saw you. And you know what I'm saying? You was giving your big ups to Zach and things like that. Y'all went on stage. It was after the fact, and you was leaving out the club. And I was with my wife and things like that. But in my head, I said, this nigga got a bad one. I said, good Lord have mercy. I said, but keep one. I said, but I see him. I see him.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Before we get up out of here, man, I got one more question. Then we got to go to the game, and then we out of here.
Okay.
What other areas of the industry that you want to tap in? I know you got this one on lock and things like that, other ventures and things. But is it any other parts of the industry, whether it's in music, managing, or you know what I'm saying, marketing, you want to, you know what I'm saying, get into the program director, then you want to go up instead of just being a personality, you know what I'm saying, just do more. Is there anything that you else want to do?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely would want to be like a program director or something that would have to do with teaching people talent, in a sense, helping talent in that aspect as far as radio, because I know it. I know it when I hear it. I know how to fix it. I know how to tweak it. Mm-hmm. So I can listen to people and tell them how, that I know. So that's something that's gonna happen, later on in my career. For me, the TV side is something that do I want to act? Do I want to be on a television, a morning show? That's something that I wrestle with a lot. I'm trying to create those opportunities, knocking on doors, hitting people like, yo, what's up? Yeah. That next phase is definitely staring me in the face in the sense of like, yo, it's time to add on to something. Because I like I said, I love radio. I love it. I'm not leaving it at all. But yeah, it's time for me to get some like, yo, like, okay, Tone does this, and this now. So that's just me.
You got to make some room for, you know what I'm saying, the young players, man. Make some room.
It's always room. That's the thing. It's always room. Just because I'm grabbing more don't mean there's less.
Big fact.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I take that. But I got to do this to you. Yes, indeed. If you don't know what this is, but I'm pretty sure my audience do know what it is. It's called the 10-name game, brother.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's called the 10-name. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous, bro.
I am nervous. I'm like,
it's called the 10-name game. Yes, indeed. So basically, I'm going to fire off 10 things or 10 names, and they're all going to be random. You got to answer them. You got to answer and give me an answer in your form in one word.
Oh, okay.
So basically, if I say radio, first thing to pop in your mind, one word, what would it be?
It'd be Tone and Shag. I would say Hot Boys. Yeah, okay,
boom,
cool.
Boom,
yeah, okay.
Boom. That's how it go. That's easy.
All right.
I'm going to take care of you, bro.
Okay.
I'm going to take care of you, gang. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right, here you go. Love.
Ooh, my kids.
I'll take that. WGCI.
WGCI is a dream come true. Like
dream.
Yeah, it's for real.
Okay. Therapy.
Ooh.
One word, the best way you know how.
Sports betting. No. I'm just joking. No, it'd definitely be prayer.
Okay. Marriage.
Hopefully.
Ladies, I got you. I got you. I got you. Okay. Just setting. I threw that for y'all. What else I want to go with it? Where else I want to go? Not black men, but niggas. Because it is a difference.
We got to get better.
Better.
You know what I mean? We got better.
The music industry.
It's a dirty game.
You know it.
It's a dirty game.
You know it. Chicago.
A gift.
Jordan.
GOAT. And the reason I say Chicago is a gift because I got everything I got from here.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah. Hennessy.
I can say gift for them too. I can't think of another word, but adding this to the front of it is just unbelievable experience.
Your parents.
Love.
Last one. Last one. If you could sum up your life in one word from when you started to right now at this moment, what would it be?
Hustle.
Clap it up.
All right. Okay.
All right. So what we do here, hitter, we got to give you a grade.
Okay.
From A to F. We got to give you a grade.
Okay, I'll take it.
So hitter, give him a grade. You can't be biased because it's on phone. You can't do that. So you got to give him a real answer, a real grade.
I give him a B minus.
Be honest.
Tell me why.
I give some of the answers was a little. It wasn't all of them in one word, but I understood. So I give him a B minus.
They were. What was it? They all of the answers were what?
Like they was so basically like you said one word, even though you didn't give them all exactly one word.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll take that.
He say he want to know why, goddamn it.
Christ, hitter, you a tough one, aren't you, buddy?
I have to give you a B.
Okay.
And the only reason why I'm giving you that is because you said gift twice.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You said two. You gotta be different.
All right.
You gotta be different.
Jesus Christ.
This is a tough place, man.
Yeah, it's a tough
This is a tough place, man. You can't. We just don't throw out A's here, bro. Oh man. Brother, I appreciate you for everything that you do. For the city, for your voice, the things that you have contribute, just in different aspects to help young brothers like me, man, see a vision. You know what I'm saying? Like really, like no bullshit, bro. Like really see a vision that you can go different places with this and say, damn, well shit, I might not be him, but I can get mine and actually, you know what I'm saying, work this market down here, the underground. He got the mainstream, but I take this underground shit and go crazy with it.
All right.
And when I tell you, like I told you before we even started this thing, bro, you don't even know what you just did for me, bro. Just for you even being here, your presence, me sitting here, being able to ask you questions, bro. Because I'd never seen it. I never seen it coming my way, but it's here.
Yeah.
I always know I wanted you to sit down and talk to you and pick your brain, and now I'm doing it, and it's just like shit. It's a goal. Let me mark this shit off the wall. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, two things I gotta ask you. Number one is I just need to follow back and 10 followers from you. That's it.
Okay.
That's all I need, bro. That's all I need. I don't need 30. I don't need 40.
All right.
I just need 10 followers from you and a follow back. That's it.
I got you on the
That's
follow
it.
back. I
That's
got
it.
you. I don't know how the follows are gonna go, but I mean, I'll definitely repost the interview.
You know
I'm
what I'm
like,
saying?
yo, follow my guy.
Whether it's a
man.
shout out or picture, you ain't even got to put me on the post. Just put me in the story. I'm cool.
I got
24
you.
hours to do it for me.
I got you, my guy.
Because I'm going to run that motherfucker up all the way. And the second thing is, bro, I just need you to be safe, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of shit happening. It's a lot of our loved ones and people that we love dearly getting taken out. And,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You just one of the ones, and I just need you to be safe, watch your back, and keep your head on the swivel.
Oh man, always. I appreciate it, man. Again, like this is, I guess, is the week for me to get my flowers. But I remember going up to people like Ramonski. I remember going up to people like Doug. I remember going up to people like Tom and just telling like, yo, bro, like I really rock with y'all and y'all inspire me. And just to be considered one of them guys, man, it's humbling. It makes you feel like all those days when you was like, man, you tired and you don't want to go in, and
all worth it.
It's all worth it. So I mean, I hope anybody that watches this and listens to it is that they, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm a dude from Provincetown, single parent household, man. You know, didn't really know what I was gonna do, and then God figured it out for me, and I ran with it. So
dope, man. And remember this face, bro.
yeah.
Remember me, bro.
Yeah.
My line is crispy and all, bro. So remember me, bro.
I ain't got one. So I'm jealous.
Oh, man, tell everybody how they get in touch with you and everything that you got going on, bro. Before we get up
Yeah, Tone Kapone 33 on Instagram. Holla at me. That's why you tap in for sure. And of course, WGCI 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day, Monday through Friday. Check your boy out. You feel me?
Yes, indeed. And also, I don't know what that was. But y'all already know where y'all can find me, man. Official_YUNG Gotti on Instagram. Also, this YouTube channel where you can find all this dope-ass content and dope-ass people that I got here to sit and interview on G World Media, man. My YouTube. Run them numbers up. We monetize. Let's go ahead and get this money. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Let's take this one to the top because this interview right here can take me over. Okay? So let's go ahead and get this shit rolling. Go ahead, subscribe, like, and comment. Told Kapone, I appreciate you, bro.
Man, anytime.
Love my brother.
Anytime, G.
Thank you, my
Love.
brother. All right, we out of here. Hey, man. We out of here. Interview Studios. Gotti, Tone, Hitter. I appreciate you. The show wouldn't be shit without you. Thank you, God, for another beautiful episode. Thank you, God, for this beautiful brother in front of me, man. Hitter, I appreciate you. Envy Studios. We did another one. Gotti's World Show. We out of here. Yeah.
Gotti, hard body, Gotti's world, we some mob bosses. Tune in, don't just come across. We do it all, y'all just for the talk. Might lose your mind when you hear these topics, no cap, think about it. Who you know going this hard, all real, all way, think about it. Best interviews, who is this? We don't do this, that entrepreneurship. Come and link, join the viewership. Education, relationships, businesses, view the clips. This the Midwest takeover, going overtime to invent on focus. Bringing guests in from all over, whole lot of game, we don't need a closer. Gotti, hard body, Gotti's world, we some mob bosses. Turn them L's to lessons, we don't do the losses. Dedication daily, ain't no other options. Booking up these slots on every show we plotting. Pull up a chair, make sure you watching. Subscribe, get them notifications popping. Pull up all the champagne, we gon' get it poppin'.